Hey, what's going on? It's Stokely from Sauce on Dole. Oh man, so I have this podcast, and it's available on a lot of different podcast platforms. You know, most people who find it through search engine activity, not necessarily because they've heard of it, not necessarily because they like it. So people are just by happenstance encountering it. And, you know, it's really a journal. It's really, you know, I'm downplaying it so that I don't get disappointed. But anyhow, moving along. Seems like YouTube doesn't want to upload my videos anymore, but that's kind of understandable within the, you know, just signing up for the YouTube thing. The YouTube just basically scans your RSS and uploads all your stuff. And probably within just this year, I've uploaded 300 videos. 300 episodes. So, you know, they're probably kind of annoyed with me at this point. Two of my videos that I uploaded in the last, month were pretty controversial, I guess, business-wise for some people, because I went to the hospital and they, in my opinion, overcharged me for no service. And I guess maybe someone asked them to throttle my channel, but I find that hard to believe, because I'm just, you know, nobody really listens to my channel. But understandably, it can't be allowed to gain much traction. So anyhow, still gonna keep journaling, gonna keep boosting my own ego by producing more episodes. And if somebody listens, then wonderful. But hey, so recently I was watching, I follow an Instagram channel called Moms Across America. So Moms Across America, recently one of their campaigns is to ask Kelloggs to change the ingredients in their cereals to the ingredients that they use in Europe, which are, for the most part, plant-based ingredients, and more healthy ingredients. The colorings are healthier. The preservatives are more natural. And so they recently had a protest where they spoke about, they took petitions, and they brought their petitions to Kellogg's office. I'm not sure where it is. I think it's in Chicago. Hold on. I think Kellogg's office is in Chicago. I'm not sure. So I was watching a live stream of this protest, and they weren't really able to deliver their petition because Kellogg's would not let them in the building and nobody would speak to them. But anyhow, which is understandable. But maybe about a year ago, I was talking about cereals, and I was mostly talking about ingredients called BHT. I think I have an episode on BHT. So BHT is used as a preservative, but BHT is also known as a hormone mimicker. It mimics estrogen. It binds, or it fits into estrogen receptors in the body. So, that's not healthy especially for males, to be consuming something with synthetic estrogens in it. The BHT, like I said, is used as a preservative. Strangely enough, started Googling BHT. People take BHT as a supplement. I went to Amazon, and saw reviews of people who have been taking BHT. And they've been using BHT to treat, I think it's cirrhosis of the liver, conditions regarding cirrhosis of the liver, which is strange. So, anyhow, if someone wants to take BHT as a supplement, that's all up to them. They're doing that willingly. Now, me taking a synthetic estrogen in my cereal is not necessarily something that I intended on doing. But, all food is medicine. All food does something to you, understandably. Now, there's other ingredients like TBHQ. TBHQ, I don't know if I spoke about that, but that one's, another synthetic preservative. And Moms Across America was asking Kellogg's to remove TBHQ. Now, Kellogg's has maybe one or two cereal, I don't know what you want to call it, brands that don't contain BHT. BHT is in a lot of stuff. BHT is in wheat thins. BHT is in the Post cereals, most of all Post cereals. Most of the Post cereal bags, whatever, all of them, just about all of the Post cereals have BHT. Now, Kellogg's, though, has maybe two cereals, and I only know of one now, actually. Kellogg's Raisin Crunch. Kellogg's Raisin Bran Crunch, or something like that. Kellogg's Raisin Crunch or Kellogg's Raisin Bran Crunch. That cereal, instead of using BHT, they use instead vitamin E. Vitamin E is something that I use in sauce andouille as a preservative also. It's like an antioxidant, and it helps to preserve the food. Now, these synthetics, they provide a much longer shelf life, understandably, because they're engineered. Vitamin E is also something that we synthesize, but I would anticipate it doesn't give as long of a shelf life, which affects their profits. I don't know if cereal is a significant breakfast activity in Europe. Maybe people in Europe don't eat cereal that much, so in order to break into the market or whatever, the U.S. manufacturers provide them with healthier options because maybe they're a more educated consumer. I mean, that sounds insulting, doesn't it? But that's a discussion for another day. Anti-intellectualism is something that is kind of pushed here in our environments. I don't know about the educational system of European countries based on the fact that they have changed these ingredients overseas would imply to me that the consumer is more vigilant there, or is more reactionary, more prone to do something about things that they don't like. I mean, I don't want to get too political, but sometimes you see riots in Europe, and the riots are about labor unions. Now, labor unions in the United States probably haven't rioted since maybe the 1940s, or whenever the coal miners were rioting, were protesting, and then anyhow, I don't want to get too political, but our protests are pretty much peaceful here in America. It's not a indication of that's not the indicator of anti-intellectualism. That's an indication that we more trust and want our elected officials and the system to do something for us. While in Europe now, they'll go outside and they'll set things on fire, and they'll turn cars over, and they'll, but then they'll go back and have their siestas and drink tea. But no disrespect. I admire their tenacity. I admire them, what they're doing. Anyhow, I got so political and I didn't want to. Anyhow, so the same United States-based companies are providing healthier food options in Europe than they're providing here. So Moms Across America is basically making a request that Kelloggs please provide United States customers with the same healthy ingredients that you provide to the European market. Anyhow, that was interesting. Just letting you know what I was looking at. But also, I decided to do a little Googling and find out what are some food ingredients that are derived from petroleum. Let's see if I can find that, because I take so many screenshots throughout my days is that it's ridiculous. The amount of screenshots that I take is cuckoo. Let me see. No. That was a drawing. No, that's not that. That's another screenshot of a car. It's about Don Juan. I want to tell you about the movie I watched named Don Juan. I'm trying to look for something right now. I didn't even know. Well, anyhow. Moving right along. Let's see if I can find it. I guess I didn't take a screenshot of it. I guess I didn't look it up. I did look it up, but where is it? Maybe I have to look it up again. So let's look it up. Let's look it up right now, because now I can't find it. Yeah, apparently I didn't do that recently. I didn't do it recently, okay? So let's do it now. What food ingredients are derived from petroleum? Let's see what Google Bard is going to tell me. Oh my, this is more than I asked for before. Petroleum is used in many food ingredients, including chocolate, cakes, fast food, ice cream flavors, chewing gum. No. That's not what I... This is not what I... This is not a good... Okay, let me see if... Because Copilot has decided not to give me any more free queries, it would appear. Let me see if Copilot has it there. It might be in my history. Because it's... since I'm signed in, it saves my conversations. Let's see here. Let's go here. No. Just give me a moment, please. Okay, since no, it's not. Okay, I'm just gonna ask Copilot to list food ingredients that are derived from petroleum. Okay, it's thinking. Artificial food colorings. Red dye number 40, yellow 5, and yellow 6 are synthetic dyes often used in candies, snacks, and beverages. Artificial flavorings. Some flavorings, especially those mimicking vanilla, almond, and lemon, are petroleum-based. Preservatives. TBHQ is a common preservative found in many processed foods like chips and crackers. Emulsifiers and texturizers. Ingredients like polysorbates are used to stabilize and improve the texture of various processed foods. Food-grade paraffin wax, used in some chocolates to create a glossy sheen and keep the chocolate solid at higher temperatures. I almost crashed. At higher temperatures. Mineral oil, often used in packaged baked goods to keep them fresh for longer periods. That's okay. So some of these oils that are in these processed foods are made from mineral oil, which is petroleum. So I'm basically eating crude oil, and all these things are pretty. These are all snacks: ice cream, chocolate, cake, crackers. Polysorbates, that must be like, sorbet. Why is this guy riding my bumper like that? So, we're eating petroleum. We're eating petroleum. And they go by various names that you don't really know what it means. We're eating science experiments, basically. I'm in the African American whatever community you want to call it, so-called. We used to like to buy Twinkies and Little Debbies and all kind of stuff because they used to cost 50 cents. They used to cost 25 cents, $1, whatever. To snack on those, And we used to drink CNC sodas and tropical fantasy sodas and Arizona drinks and stuff like that, cheap food, not just cheap in cost, but cheap in its nutritional value. But when you really look at it, to maximize the profits in these processed foods, they have to have a significant shelf life to guarantee, to minimize the financial loss due to spoiling, and that causes us to have to encounter and end up eating these poisons. But hey, it looks like when I'm recording there's something popping, but I'm gonna work on that. Anyhow, that's all I gotta say for now. Thanks for listening.